Lamba Kingdom, Children of Copper. Long before modern Zambia came into existence, long before roads, cities, and national borders divided the land, the vast plains, rivers, forests, and valleys of Central Africa were home to great kingdoms whose stories were passed from generation to generation. Among these powerful kingdoms stood the mighty Lamba Kingdom, a land renowned for its wealth, influence, traditions, and royal lineage. Within the royal court of King Mwati Yamvua lived a woman whose name would one day become part of history. Her name was Chembo Kasako Chimbala. She lived within the palace walls, surrounded by royal customs and responsibilities. Yet behind the beauty and prestige of palace life existed rivalries, tensions, and struggles that threatened her future and the future of her young son. As the years passed, the challenges became greater. The palace that once offered protection became a place of uncertainty. Under the cover of darkness, carrying only her courage, her determination, and her love for her child, she left the kingdom she had always known. Taking her young son with her, she journeyed into the unknown. Behind her lay the comforts of royal life. Ahead of her stretched endless forests, rivers, mountains, and unfamiliar lands. The journey was difficult. Day after day, they walked through wilderness untouched by roads. They crossed rivers whose currents tested their strength. They endured hunger, exhaustion, and uncertainty. She believed that somewhere beyond the horizon, a new future awaited her people. As mother and son continued their journey, destiny brought them face to face with a mysterious elder. The old man possessed wisdom gathered through many years and spoke words that would echo through generations. Looking toward the distant hills, he delivered a prophecy. He foretold that Chembo's descendants would build a great kingdom. A kingdom blessed by unity. A kingdom strengthened by courage. A kingdom built upon land rich with hidden treasures beneath the earth. Among those treasures was copper. The prophecy spoke not only of survival but of greatness. Encouraged by these words, Chembo and her followers continued onward with renewed hope. Their long journey eventually led them to the fertile lands of Lamba, known today as Lambaland. It was a beautiful land. Rolling hills stretched toward the horizon. Rivers wound through fertile valleys. Forests provided shelter and resources, and the soil promised abundance for generations to come. Near Lake Kashiba, Chembo and her people established a settlement. For the first time since leaving the Lamba Kingdom, they found a place they could call home. Here, they began to build a new life. Families constructed homes. Communities formed. Children grew up learning the values of unity, respect, and hard work. Among them was Chipimpi, a respected leader from the Yek Kingdom. Alongside him came his sister, Kawunda Shimanjamich. Their arrival marked an important chapter in the development of the growing community. They shared new ideas, skills, and traditions. But perhaps the greatest contribution came from Kawunda herself. Carefully preserving crop seeds in her hair during her travels, she carried with her the promise of food security and prosperity. She taught the people how to cultivate crops more effectively. She shared knowledge of planting, harvesting, and caring for the land. The results transformed the community. Fields once empty became green with life. Harvests increased. The people prospered, and the settlement continued to expand. As generations passed, another remarkable discovery would shape the destiny of the Lamba people. Beneath the soil lay vast deposits of copper. The people learned how to extract it from the earth. They learned how to smelt it, shape it, and trade it. Copper soon became more than a resource. It became the lifeblood of the kingdom's economy. Merchants traveled from distant regions. Connections were formed with neighboring kingdoms and communities. The prosperity of the Lamba people spread far and wide. The prophecy spoken years earlier was beginning to unfold. But prosperity often attracts those who seek to take it by force. The growing kingdom soon faced threats from hostile groups and slave raiders. Danger approached from beyond their borders. The peace they had worked so hard to build was challenged. Yet the people did not surrender.